What's poppin', y'all? It's a wonder what freedom can do to the winner or loser of a beef. In this case, we had OTF versus NBA, which was going on for quite a while and started over something relatively nonsensical, which was some misunderstandings, miscommunications, and misinterpretations regarding none other than a female who wasn't even all that desirable to most people. Not saying anything about her appearance, just her behavior. In this case, what happened? King Von ended up dying. Rondo ended up damn near getting jumped. Lil Tim kills King Von. Now Lil Durk is in a tough situation. King Von's career is killed. OTF, the front runner for OTF at that time was King Von, other than Lil Durk. The other guys, we don't really know what they're doing. So he dies. Now Lil Durk has all this pressure to carry and get back. Lil Pab, who is Quando Rondo's cousin, gets killed in an attempted hit from what we're seeing. Not an attempted hit, from a hit that was supposed to kill Quando Rondo. And now we're seeing OTF doing, or Durk in this case, potentially going to life in prison for murder for hire. With that being said, at the same time, YoungBoy was stuck. And this was the advantages that Durk had. Durk was able to go on tours. He was able to do all his philanthropic work. He was able to go from city to city. He was able to collaborate with other people. And even if YoungBoy was able to collaborate with people, I don't really think he would have taken the opportunity. He seems like a guy that enjoys staying to himself. However, he definitely did not want to be stuck in that mountain in Utah for the amount of time that he spent there. So he gets into a little bit of mischief of his own, signing some scripts, trying to get some drugs. Dr. Golden. Like, doesn't that sound like a doctor's name? Like, hey, good evening, Mr. No, let's call you Mr. Chan. Good evening, Mr. Chan. This is Dr. Golden speaking. Like, yeah, okay, that sounds like a doctor. Versus what? Is Dirk's name Dirk Banks? Hey, this is Dr. Banks. Right? What? Doctor who? I'm sorry, sir. I'm going to have to find another physician. And what happens in this case? Well, Kentrell Golden, NBA YoungBoy, he's set to be released from prison on July 27th of this year. Now, I don't know if they're going to send him back to house arrest, because house arrest was supposed to be for the time that he was supposed to be in prison, because he was already supposed to be sentenced for, I think it was the ATF, some federal firearm charge. Now he caught this charge. So I'm guessing he's just going to be on parole after that, and he'll be able to move around, or at least not be stuck in Utah. So that's a positive. YoungBoy comes out 2025. Quando Rondo, on the other hand, he got hit with federal drug charges. I think there was a RICO or something, but he ended up pleading, taking a plea deal, and he's got a 33-month sentence. So he should be released October of 2027. Lil Durk, it's not looking good for him, because in December, Megan Cunniff tweeted, at least one of Durk's co-defendants may be considering a plea deal. DeAndre Dontrell Wilson's lawyer asked for a pre-plea sentence report to determine if Wilson's criminal history category under U.S. sentencing guidelines, etc., etc. Does this mean that the guy's telling? No, that's not what it means. He's probably just looking for a plea deal. But the thing is, with Durk's only option is to beat this thing. I'm pretty sure. What's the plea here? 20 years? 15? The guy's probably going to take it to trial, knowing Durk. Durk is solid. We got to keep it a buck there. But this reminds me, or just Durk's trial, it got pushed to the end of this year, which it was supposed to happen in February. And that's probably not the only time it's going to get pushed. Because if you take a look at, I'm looking at these NBAs, these YNWs, all these three-letter, YNW Melly, he had a double murder charge, but he's been in jail since 2018. It's like 7 years. I think they said he's been in jail for 2,100 and something days. He did have a mistrial, but it took him years before he even went to trial. So we may see more delays in Lil Durk's arrest, although those were state charges that Lil Durk was facing. And not Lil Durk, that YNW Melly was facing. Young Thug, he spent 2+ years fighting this thing, waiting for trial, and those were state charges as well. So maybe with these federal charges, they want to move it quicker, but still, this got pushed back to October from when it was supposed to start in January. So that's what, 9 months? Who knows, if they push it back again, will it be another 6 to 8 months? And that's before the trial even starts. And that's assuming he's able to beat this case, which who knows how long that will take. Who knows if that's even possible. So in the meantime, 4 to 5 months before Durk is even supposed to start his new trial date, which is subject to change again, YoungBoy will be out and people will be hyped and he will be dropping music. And this just reminds me of how prison, the threat of losing your freedom, or really losing your freedom in general, can completely shift the tides of a beef. Because remember Trippie Redd and 6ix9ine? That's the first thing I thought of when I remembered this. Trippie Redd was getting scorched by 6ix9ine. I mean, 6ix9ine was, man, what's that Jamaican saying? Pon your head top? Something like that. 6ix9ine was just dropping hit on top of hit on top of hit on top of Trippie Redd. Trippie Redd did not have any hits at that time. We're talking Billboard hits that 6ix9ine was dropping. 6ix9ine gets Trippie Redd jumped. He's laughing at Trippie Redd. 6ix9ine is in bed doing a skit with Trippie Redd's ex-girlfriend, Alex, at the time, that he was showing out everywhere, that she had some tattoo on her face of like a cloud. Whatever happened to that chick? She must be down bad right now. If I had to guess, she's probably on OF or something, busting it for somebody. That's the only other career option she had. She even tried to make a song. Man, Trippie Redd really be trying to help these girls that he's dating, because even that Sky girl, I think he did a song with her, or had her on 2 features, or did 2 features for her, which is priceless. And of course they didn't go anywhere because Trippie Redd was carrying everything that they were doing. But Trippie Redd seems like a solid guy, like a nice dude trying to help the people around him. With that being said, it was not looking good for Trippie. Like, 6ix9ine looks like a thug, not looks like a thug, but he looks like he's bullying everybody. Like, he's like, yo, YG, you're not gonna run up on me. People are getting jumped, people are getting shot at, people are getting shot. Like, 6ix9ine was terrorizing the game and making all the fans laugh and dropping hits. And then what happens? Boom. Thrown behind bars. Trippie Redd just keeps making music. The potential God's Plan thing happens, collaboration. He gets pulled off of it. Thank God. I did not want to hear Trippie Redd on God's Plan. Respectfully, I feel about the way that people feel about Not Like Us, which I feel about Not Like Us too, is the way that I felt about God's Plan after a year. It's like, yo, I'm done with this song. But I didn't want Trippie Redd on it at all. And this is me enjoying Trippie Redd's music. Exclamation Mark album, my favorite Trippie Redd album, by the way. Excellent work on that one. So Trippie Redd just kept dropping. He's doing better and better. 6ix9ine, he's behind bars for what, 2 years or a year and a half? And then he takes a plea and he starts pointing. He just starts cooperating, pointing. And this doesn't look good for him, right? That destroys his reputation. But he also gets out and then he doubles down on telling and this ego. And he just destroys his career. Self-destruction. Dude's drinking all the time. He's just tricking. He's ruining relationships with the only people that were still cool with him. And it just destroyed him. But that time buffer that Trippie had, where he was just out of the game, it allowed Trippie to, at the end of the day, when we look at it historically, we're going to look at Trippie Redd as an artist that we've enjoyed over time, and 6ix9ine will be looked at as a stain. And even now, you're like, man, I can't believe 6ix9ine was ever ahead of Trippie or winning that beef. The difference is that Lil Durk and YoungBoy are capable of consistently releasing good music, whereas 6ix9ine just had a spurt of releasing some good songs and never really tried to develop himself as an artist. He was more of a performer. However, I think if he played ball with everyone, including the industry, after he had gotten out, they would have gave him the tools and the people around him to drop real hits, and he could just continue being that performer, promoter, and he would have been able to recover. But he didn't do that. So this gives time for YoungBoy to go hop out. I mean, if YoungBoy goes on a tour, that's going to go crazy. I don't know what he'd sell. I think an arena is possible now, especially after he gets out. It would be his first tour in, dude, God knows how long, since maybe he was 16, 17, when he had that shootout, or like an attempted murder charge, I think it was. I don't know if they brought that down to aggravated assault. The guy's got such a long rap sheet. We don't even know what he's done or what they've dropped the charges to. So this is an interesting thing on how the law can really crack down on people. And the whole RICO thing is really starting to scare people, to where even Lil Baby's like, yo, I'm not... 4PF is like, I don't know what that is. We're doing this new thing, this new label. Basically, he's white labeling 4PF. And he's like, yeah, these guys won't notice. So OTF's, a bunch of those guys already got picked up for the murder of for Duck. And now Durk is sitting out. If Durk is down, you just chopped off the head and it's over. So I'm interested to see more so what NBA YoungBoy does. I don't even think he needs to address Durk at all. This is just one of those things where, hey, whoever's free and whoever's succeeding and whoever's dropping music and with their family and is able to move, that's the winner at the end of the day. So low key, if you're free, it don't matter what Lil Durk got. You're in a better position than Durk and Diddy. Wait. I don't know why I threw Diddy in there, but you get what I mean. It's just like Diddy got to experience the highest of highs that life had to offer, excluding in terms of wealth and power and all that, excluding whatever dealings he had going on behind the scenes. I don't know any of that. That's still all alleged. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you for watching. Peace.